This is an absolutely drop-dead gorgeous 1969 Chevelle Malibu, powered by a 350 tune-port injected engine. Motor was done by Street Performance down in Arkansas. They're very well known for their engines, their fuel-injected systems. Car comes equipped with power steering, power disc brakes with four-wheel disc brakes all the way around. It does have headers, dual exhaust, and has undergone a complete frame-off rotisserie restoration done approximately 8 years ago. And it still looks absolutely beautiful today. It does have a few little paint chips in it, just from driving and stuff, but it still, in my opinion, can go to any car show and it's going to bring home some trophies. Absolutely stunning car. As we go across here and look at the front end, all our trim looks excellent in the front. The front bumper's brand new during restoration. I don't think really they kept any of the original chrome. It looks like the grill trim, eyebrow surround, all that stuff looks like it was all restored during the restoration. Engine runs awesome. The heater box has all been redone. As far as the firewall paint looks nice. It's got dual electric fans. This car is really the best of both worlds. A turnkey fuel-injected muscle car that'll throw you back in your seat and has the look to go along with it. It's riding on a nice set of American Racing torque thrust rims with Goodyear raised white letter Eagle tires. The tires are in great shape as well. I like how the restorer chose not to make this an SS clone. He did go ahead and put a Super Sport hood on it. As far as the SS chrome grates and stuff are new as well. The hood was new. Shadow out of the way. Hood lines up beautifully across the driver's side. Nice even gap from front to back. Good gap across the front. We do have a couple little chips. We have a tiny little chip here in the front. Passenger side gap is perfect as well. Very nice. If anything, maybe just a little wider right here in the back than it is in the front. But as you look across here, you got a nice workable gap. As far as, like I said before, the restorer of this car chose to keep it just as a Chevelle, and this car came from the factory as a Chevelle 300 two-door hardtop. So wasn't a Malibu, wasn't a Super Sport. We have the copy of the original title, original bill of sale and stuff, sales agreement when it was sold new. You'll see that stuff on their website as well, on the pictures. Fantastic car. Chrome around the marker light. The marker light has been replaced. That's new. Just a little dirt spot there. As far as our paint on our fender goes, I don't see any flaws there at all. The guys were detailing, they got a little something kind of ran down here when they cleaned it, so this will come right off here. It does have a little, kind of like a little grease speck that we got to get cleaned off there along that door gap. Door gap on the front is excellent. Even here in the rocker, you can tell. I mean, when they did this, they just did it right. It's not a, definitely was not a Bondo buggy. This thing is pretty much rust-free car, and they did it right. Black vinyl top is in excellent shape. I don't see any bubbles or blisters here. It's nice and clean. All along this back window area is excellent. It's got a really nice set of 6x9s, and the back shelf's in great shape back there too. Dual exhaust sounds great. Back bumper is brand new. All the emblems on the back, the taillight lenses, taillight housings, that's all been replaced during restoration as well. If we look up and down the sides of this, the paint is beautiful. It's laser straight. Like I said, the body and bodywork and paint is probably 8-9 years old. It still looks fantastic except for a couple little chips. Absolutely no blisters anywhere on this passenger side. As far as chips go, we got one little chip right here at the tail light. A tiny little paint nub right here, very small. I think that just got had just a little tiny paint imperfection is all that was, and it's just got a little buffing compound in it. It's not really a chip. Other than that, nothing in front of the rear wheels. Rocker panel looks great. Bottom of the door looks good. I don't see any chips in the door. As we open the door, door rubber's brand new. All the stoppers are brand new. It's got a Pioneer CD player, guys. It's got 6x9s in the back, and they work great. As far as our door jambs and stuff, obviously the corner of the door, I don't know if you can see that in this inside, it's never had any putty in it, guys. It's rust free, perfect. Same thing with this lower fender, if you can get in there and kind of see that. The fenders and doors and everything were painted off the car. Very nice job on that. Scuff plates, carpet, interior, rubbers, roof rail rubber, everything was replaced. Dash pad is new. That's perfect. No chips or cracks or nothing like that. And the dash pad, all the paint, the black paint and stuff was all done on the dash. It's got the original Chevelle steering wheel. Does have an aftermarket set of autometer gauges, and we'll go on to that over when we get to the driver's side. Bucket seat interiors all been recovered. Bucket seats look nice. Console's brand new. Shifter plate and stuff all looks really good on that console as well. Headliner's been replaced, and the dome light works on the headliner. Visors are good. Rear view mirror. Does have seat belts for 3 in the back. The back seat is excellent. That was recovered. Door panels front and rear all been recovered as well. So real nice interior. Don't really see any issues at all so far with the interior. If I'm going to say anything, I guess, for an issue, just that little cord around here. It's not new, it's very presentable, but it's got a few little wrinkles in that just that little cord. Doors shut really good, line up nicely. I think this Chevelle, you can really go coast to coast with it. I mean, it's a turnkey car, and it runs and drives fantastic. As we look at the gaps and stuff around the trunk lid, really nice gap over there on the driver's side. Come over to the passenger side, that looks nice as well. Inside the trunk is all speckled really nice, no rust in the trunk. I know the sun isn't the best here for this side of the car. If you look up the driver's side, I mean, it's show quality paint. In my opinion, it's all been buffed to a beautiful shine. You can see a reflection everywhere in it. All new wheel well trim, all new side trim. No blisters anywhere on the quarter panels. On this driver's side, the driver's side, for some reason, we do have some chips on the driver's side. Passenger side was a lot better. On the driver's side, we got a couple little paint chips right here. And then we got some, you can kind of see a couple on the rocker panel right there. And then on the lower fender, way down low, just some paint chips. On the rocker here, you can kind of see some paint chips. Vinyl top over here on this driver's side, there's no blisters there that I can see either, all nice and solid. Door handles have been replaced. Really nice door gap from top to bottom. As we go over here in the front, same thing. I mean, you're not going to find one any better gap than this one. No blisters anywhere on the car. It's got 235 60-15s on the front, and it has 255 60-15s on the rear. Now as we open up the driver's door, same thing. All these rubbers are all brand new. New felts inside and out. Corner of the door is rust free. Original steering wheel. No, I said I didn't really see any flaws in the interior. This original steering wheel does have a crack in it right here. It's got another crack up here, so it does have a couple cracks in the steering wheel. Armrest bases, armrest pads are new. Same thing in here. Our paint, corner of the doors, excellent. Lower fender, excellent. Even in here, when we check out this quarter where it comes down in here, it's all nice and clean. The roof, the rear sails, really the driver's side one's in pretty good shape, or passenger side one. The driver's side's got a couple little sags in that rear sail panel, but those are pretty hard to get perfect. Driver's side seats in great shape as well. Padding is really nice, very comfortable. Amp gauge works, temp gauge works, gas gauge, oil pressure. It's carrying 30 pounds of oil pressure, 30 to 35. It's idling right now at about 700 RPM. It's got 2,009 miles on the odometer. I'm guessing that's what it's got on the restoration. Heater fan works good. We already checked the radio, that works. Console's in great shape. It does have the Chevelle floor mats in it. And the heater fan does work, guys, and the heater works, so we definitely got some heat coming out. I think what we've got for a problem, I'm going to check if that hood's a little tight to those wipers or what's going on. Looks to me like we might need a new wiper motor for it, guys. Or we'll have to have the guys check that out. The wipers work, but they're not right. Now this car does have Hotchkiss suspension. It has a quick ratio steering in it. It's got 4-wheel disc brakes and they are power. Just a fantastic car. I mean, this thing's set up to drive. Tons of power right at the foot feet. I mean, it just rolls. Suspension feels really good. No bottoming out, guys, on those tires. We hit a bump kind of fast there and don't have any issue with tire clearance. Front suspension is perfect. No hands on the wheel. Drives straight down the road. Does not need an alignment. The speedometer bounces a little bit. Maybe it just needs to get out and drove. I know the previous owner didn't drive it much the last 3 years. Took it out a couple times every summer, but might need the speedometer cable lubed a little bit too. We'll check that out when we check the wipers. As far as our brakes, full pedal, disc brakes are perfect on it. Like I said, this car is a fantastic car. Let's sit there and smoke the tires. Great car, guys. Transmission shift's nice, tons of power, perfect stance, goes down the road excellent, super tight steering. I can't say enough good things about this. Awesome 69 Chevelle, fuel injected, resto mod.